And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, hold on.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. This one complete to Scott Miller. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And Diggs has it. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And to the air once more, it's Brissett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line, shedding through the defense. A very good return that time. 18 yards, and the Lions will take over.
Mike, 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 22, Darnold out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
You better be afraid. Hey, ready? Lady.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing rail. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. To throw on second and 10. Darnold. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
50 to Mike. Watch the run. Motion.
They'll run it with Kamara. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Second and goal from the 1. Kamara trying again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. On second down, Kamara. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Darnold to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett sets to throw it. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 1st down, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one short.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch twitch. Watch your touch.
Darnold now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's third down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brissett. Forced out to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Derwin. James with a pick.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Scott Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Keep going, O, keep going. 80. Mike's 50. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brissett steps away to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. Like that, don't you? All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic? Yeah. I like that. Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast. What I like is that you gave me the word, I just kept using it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
2
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Darnold. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. On first down, Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
X3, 218, chopper. 080.
To throw is Darnold. He finds Taylor, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Shift. Let's walk. Go.
Here's Brissett. And he comes back with one complete. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Brissett to throw on first. Flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Motion.
Hey, seam 6.
53.
Now Darnold. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, so 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set, punch. Time to end it. 40, Mike, 40. Here we go. Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Brissett. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Will Harris. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Check.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security turn.
And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Darnold completes it. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
On play action, Brissett. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 43. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here we go.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on 2nd down. And they take a knee.
And there it is, Brandon, taking a knee. They get their first win of the season. They're now 1-3. And I remember when a 1-3 start meant you didn't even talk about going to the playoffs. Nowadays in the NFL, you still got a shot.
Yeah, and a big difference between 1-3 and 0-4.
I think they're going to practice really well next week, riding this momentum of this win.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Lions, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week.